I started off as a mill operator out in Devon, at a mine out near Cobar, and then moved into the underground at Peak with McMahon's. And then from underground hard rock I decided to make a move to the Newcastle and the coal industry, and which took me to different areas. I've done a bit more education, and it took me to a lot of different places geographically around Australia, whether it be Queensland, the Bowen Basin, WA, around the Kalgoorlie area, and yeah, it took me a lot of different industries as well. Training was everything. They're the things that gave you the competencies you needed to be able to move forward and do that job to the best of your ability, which was cost effective and efficient for not only yourself as an individual in that role, but also the company you may have been providing for or working for at the time. I definitely did see it evolve in regards to people's attitude towards other people, and also processes and systems along that way. So change was a big thing to being able to improve for what we do. I had thoughts about doing something different. I did dabble into, I brought a pub, for example, and I guess sometimes it's expanding outside of an industry what you know to realise appreciate what you've got. And it come down to, that dabble of outside the industry really made me appreciate how good the mining industry was and how lucky I was to have these foundations and skill sets to be able to move forward. It was obviously the dabble out of the industry and then to come back and realise the gap that was required and the relationship you can build from the bottom to the top, and being able to provide a service that I definitely seen an opportunity for. So I started back as a consultant. I figured if I was going to do this, I wanted to do it as professionally as possible and definitely be the best I can be in my field. At the time was safety and training. And then from there it grew into labour hire and then so forth into the company of Face Mining Services, now at Face Contracting, that come on board with Jason and a few other key personnel. A lot of it come down to people. You treat people like people, or how you like to be treated, you'll definitely get a lot more about it. I guess a big thing that came about when I left industry and come back was that in past experiences, people, and including myself, always got felt and treated like a number, which was something that I figured you get so much more out of people by treating them like people. And from there, that attitude, and no matter what skill level, being from a mine manager or a general manager right down to a new entry to the industry, and if you can relate to all them people and treat them like humans, you're going to get more efficiency out of them. So you put them people in the right job and understand their skill set, understand their role, and understand what the management requirements are, you can marry up the two pretty quickly. And I guess they're the things that come back down to in regards to knowing the industry and knowing what the job is required and what task is at hand. We're not people that are fresh off the street and trying to put people in positions. We actually know what it's like to run operations. We know what it's like to be the person that's down in the hole working. We can fully relate to what's required. So the reality of it was surprising to get such growth in a downtime, but it really makes me hopeful and optimistic about the future, what it brings when times turn around, and being able to aid ourselves as well as clients and people internally.